Well, I'm excited about this year's team. I think that the strength of our team is obviously up front. We've got a lot of depth and a lot of size, starting with Josh. He, I think, has improved as an offensive player between the springtime and this fall with a lot more back to the basket moves. Reese returns, who was an all-league player, and so there's high expectations for him. We add the two Ware twins that are both 6'10", and have done a great job getting themselves ready for this year. And then we back those two up again with Stover, who started half the games last year for us, and Brendan Lane. So we're going to play big. We're going to either have Deanne Parker or Dave Ware at the 3, and that means whether it be 6'10" at the 3 or 6'6", 215. And then it's key for us, the backcourt. And Zeke right here has had a great off season. He's really worked hard. I think he really benefited a lot from getting healthy again. And he played with his left hand, not being able to really even move it half of the year last year, which is really hard. And he showed a lot of toughness to get it up through all that. But he's had a great summer, a great spring, a great summer, playing against NBA players every day in the men's gym. A lot of people in raving about how he played, so I'm excited. Jeremy Anderson is our other senior who's going to give us depth and had a solid junior campaign. So we need a big year out of him. Tyler Lamb is our starting two-guard. He played last year as a freshman, but he's had a good off-season, and I think he'll take over the role that we always have someone guarding the other team's best wing player. And Norman Powell is going to give us minutes. Very good athlete. He's just getting adjusted to playing at a high level at Division I. And I like, our squad. Obviously, it'd be great if we still had Malcolm Lee and Tyler Honeycutt. We'd really be good. But that being said, we are where we are, and I'm still very optimistic about our team.
Go ahead and take questions right down here in the front.
Nick Hamilton, Coach Howland, you guys were predicted to win the Pac-12. How are you guys? How are you going to be able to stay focused and not read the press and continue to compete throughout the season?
Our team always has high expectations, and it's the expectations we put on ourselves that matter most. It's always nice to have be picked high, but that doesn't guarantee anything. It's where you finish. And I don't know who was picked for first last year, but I don't know how many times you guys get it right. I heard Larry talking about that earlier, Kostoviak. But, we've got to go out and prove it. And part of it is also being healthy, maintaining our health. And that's sometimes you can't control that. And we've had already a bug of injuries thus far between Deanne Parker having a knee issue and then getting a concussion. Stover hurt his shoulder 2 days ago and also sustained a concussion. But hopefully if we stay healthy and we stay focused on what we're trying to do, everything will take care of itself. We're obviously challenged because we're playing all our games off campus this year. We played Cal State Fullerton yesterday in a scrimmage game at the sports arena, and it shows that we have a lot of work to do for us to be a team that's going to finish first in the Pac-12. We got a long way to go. But we've only had 12 practices in the one scrimmage, and we're going to keep working very hard as we get ready to open up 2 weeks from today against Loyola Marymount.
Coach, LT Willis with TG Sports. After last season, this summer, have you decided to change anything different about how you approach this season? Is anything different that you thought about last year? Say, I'm gonna maybe change this year.
Well, we're going to play bigger this year. As a coach, you want a scheme to play, your best players as many minutes as possible. And that being said, we're going to play big. I mean, Dave Ware is naturally a 4-man, but we need help at the 3 spot. And so he played all his minutes yesterday except for just a couple at the 3 and did a very good job, and especially defensively, which was my biggest concern. you know, that's where it's going to be a real challenge for him, being a guy. But at the end of the day, it's going to really benefit him as a player. And I think it helps us rebounding-wise, because he's going to be a very good rebounder for us. You know, we're going to play mostly man-to-man. We didn't play any zone yesterday. I mean, it's not, you know, there's no secrets. We just want to go out and execute. And this year, we've really got to get back to dominating the boards. I think the last 2 years, prior to this year, even the last 3 years, we haven't been a dominant team on the boards. We've got to get back to really doing a good job on the glass. That's, you know, usually when you look at rebound margin in college basketball, the teams that are up there in rebound margin every year are the teams that are winning.
In the left-hand side, midway back.
Ben, when you talk about the Ware twins over here, when you talk about the Ware brothers, how do you distinguish their games? How are their games different from each other?
You know, they're very similar, actually. I mean, it's interesting. You know, Dave is, they're the same size. I mean, they work out everything they do together. It's unbelievable. These guys take every class together. They share the same bedroom. I mean, everything's together. They're really close. But what I'm most impressed about them is their work ethic. They've improved a lot from a year ago to where they are right now. And it's just through their hard work and efforts. You know, they've been involved in doing yoga 3 days a week since January, and have really felt that's been a great thing for them. They've worked out a lot in the off season. You know, they lift 4 days a week during the off season. They work out 7 days a week. And they're very similar, though. Like whenever they come together and we have, well, we're going to switch everything. So whenever they're in the game together at the same time, they'll be switching any ball screens or any screens, because they're just that similar.
We're in the center of the room in the back.
This question is for Lazeric Jones, right here in the middle. You played with Derrick Rose when you were in high school. Do you still reach out to him for any advice or things to add to your game?
I mean, we're just like really good friends. We don't talk too much about basketball. It's just more about, you know, like back in high school and things like that. But the most thing the biggest thing he's really telling me is just make sure I get my degree. You know, that's really important. You know, after basketball, you have to have something to fall back on.
In the far back on the right-hand side.
Zeke, this question's for you. Zeke, this question's for you. 2 years ago, you were playing junior college ball. Talk about how far you've come in such a short time.
I've come a long way, you know, from just me watching film on myself and other players. Our video coordinators have really done a good job, you know, and bringing me in and just having me watch film. And I feel like that's really what made me better. And not only that, but being able to get the experience with the pros in the summer. You know, they've talked me through a lot of things and walked me through a lot of things. Just picking their brains helped me out. My game has changed a whole lot. I feel like I've become a better point guard, and I feel like I will continue to become a better point guard as the season goes on.
Right down here on the left-hand side, 4 rows back.
Coach, several coaches here today have expounded on the advantages of summer European tours for their teams. Obviously, the extra supervised practice, the team coagulation. UCLA hasn't availed themselves of such a tour, I think, since 1992. Is that a missed opportunity? Is there a plan to do that in the future?
You know, it's ironic you asked that question. I just met yesterday morning with people at the university about trying to look into a trip to China, is what we're going to try to do as early as even this coming fall. So that's something that we are going to do here in the very near future. And there are a lot of benefits that you've heard from the different coaches. There's no question about that. You know, I want to do it in a window, though, where they don't miss the opportunity to go to session A or session C in summer school. You know, we have players that really take advantage of going to summer school and picking up units. And, you know, Brendan Lane, for example, is graduating in 3 years in econ at the end of this spring quarter. Alfred Aboya graduated in 3 years. So that's been important. You know, for Zeke, who's a JC transfer, he's actually going to be 4 classes short of graduation after this quarter. So I'm really proud of all those kids and that we've had and them taking advantage of that. So that's been one of the reasons we haven't done it, is we want them to be able to go to summer school. But hopefully we can fit that window in. It's actually between the 15th and the 26th of September in 2012.
Oh, one other question. Status on Stover's shoulder prognosis?
You know what? We had MRI done yesterday. I still don't have the results, so I was just trying to call when I was rushed back for this interview.
Right down here in the center. Second row.
Seth Rubenwright, this is for both of you guys. What were your first impressions of the LA Sports Arena yesterday, and what's it going to be like playing so close to USC?
Go ahead, G. I mean, it was cool. It was different, but it was all right. The fact that we're right by SC is kind of weird. I was talking to somebody earlier about us getting booed at our own home games, but I mean, it'll be a different experience. I mean, it's all right for us to be able to play on the road. I feel like we come together on the road, so I mean, I feel like we'll be mentally tough enough to fight through it.
You know, they've done a good job, the facilities people at UCLA, working with the sports arena staff in terms of fixing it up so to make it feel comfortable for UCLA. Our locker room's very nice. They're still doing a bunch of work yet on it. It'll be completed the next 2 weeks in terms of the entire facility. But what we have to look forward to after being gone for a year is what's really exciting. I mean, Poly, I went through there with a hard hat on a month ago. It's going to be spectacular. And for our players and our fans and the ability to recruit new players, it was a really important step for our program, and I think really puts our program in a real good situation here for the years to come.
Front row on the left-hand side here.
Coach, lots of rumors, discussion in the offseason about Josh Smith and conditioning and weight. Where's he at right now, and are you happy with where he's at right now?
You know, Josh has got to get in better condition. There's no doubt about it. I mean, to be as good as he can be. Josh is a force, number one, because he's skilled and has great size. And, when he finally does reach his potential in terms of his conditioning, then he'll be unstoppable. That's how good I think he can be. He's got great hands, great feet, and is a very good athlete for a man that size.
Second row on the right.
For both Ben and Zeke, can you talk about the new recruiting rules a little bit? Ben, do you want to text and tweet? Do you want to have to text message and tweet more? And Zeke, do you want to hear more from coaches that way if you were being recruited?
You know, I'll answer that first. I don't mind texting. That's fine. I think it's good for us to, having to keep track of every phone call that you make and write it down was very, very difficult. You see, I'm trying to tweet right now, Diane. I apologize. That was my trainer just trying to update me on the MRI. I won't take it now, but I'll let you know right after. But I think it's good. I think the rules that they've changed, including us going out in April again, is very important. It was really putting coaches way behind recruiting-wise to not see kids. What my big complaint has been is that as a head coach, when we start our season, I want to spend as much time I can with my team and my players. I want to help them become the best they can be and help our team become the best that it can become. And therefore, it's really important that you're able to spend a lot of time during the season with your team. And it makes it harder when there's so little time to recruit outside of the regular basketball season. But some of these rules, they're always changing. It's always evolving, and it'll be interesting to see, how it all comes to play. I like being able to get kids to come back again in January of their junior year, and I think it's a great rule they changed to allow us now to pay for their parents to come. That's something that's been long overdue. It just costs more. So thank God for the new TV contract.
Really, with me, I feel like it's different with me. I wasn't that highly recruited out of high school, so I like to be able to get to anyone to want to call me or text me. So out of junior college, I was well welcome to all the texts and all the calls, so it was cool with me.
Any other questions for Coach Lazeric? Oh, we got in front in the center. 4 rows back in the center.
Ben, I'm wondering whether you think the Pac-10 is stronger in basketball with 2 more teams, and specifically the 2 that have joined.
You mean the Pac-12? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I played my college basketball career at Weber State my junior and senior years, so I'm very familiar with the University of Utah. And I really, really admired and learned a lot from Rick Majerus during his tenure at Utah. And I coached for Jerry Pym, who was 23 years at Utah. Utah has an unbelievable history and tradition in college basketball. I think it's one of the top 10 winningest programs in the history of college basketball. A lot of NBA players, great fans, and that's going to be great for our conference. I think Colorado, with Coach Boyle, he did a fantastic job last year in his first year there. They should have gotten a tournament. I thought that they actually deserved to be in. You know, they have a real advantage in that they're so high above sea level. They're hard to play there. I mean, you know, I'm glad Zeke doesn't have to play there, so I can talk like that now. But yeah, the 5,000 feet above sea level, that affects you. And they've got a great home court situation because of that. And I think joining this league makes more sense for them geographically. I think it's going to, and they were already reaping the benefits of good recruiting. They've done a good job recruiting a couple of very good players out of LA, so I think they're going to really be a great addition for our conference. And yeah, I'm excited about the Pac-12 and think we've got a great, great situation as we move forward.
Okay, that'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you.